Yo, Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow. No chair spin today because some crazy stuff is going on that I really got to talk about. So, let's jump right into it. Starting this off kind of mellow, okay? Rockstar Games will reveal new projects soon, says Take-Two Interactive, or at least, I want to say, well, not Take-Two Interactive, but Take-Two, okay? Because whenever they say that shit, I always think of that, but still, they went on to say, or at least when they actually looked at the reports from the first fiscal quarter of 2017, apparently most of Rockstar's money came from Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online, which isn't a surprise, of course. But Take-Two went on, or at least like the Take-Two executives briefly touched on GTA and Red Dead Redemption, pretty much stating that Rockstar Games also is hard at work on some exciting future projects that will be revealed soon. So pretty much whatever they plan on doing, it seems though that Take-Two kind of has some insider information on that, and give or take that Red Dead Redemption was, you know, backwards compatible for Xbox One and stuff like that. A lot of people think that a Red Dead Redemption 2 could be it could be in the works, and honestly, I would kind of welcome that. But then again, I still have to beat the Red Dead Redemption. I do own that, but and I got a little ways into it, but still, I gotta beat that game because from what I've seen so far, it's actually really interesting. You know. Moving on to the next story, that's kind of still a little mellow, but it's kind of getting there. Is that some gamers are campaigning for Harambe the gorilla to become a Pokemon. For those of you out there who don't know, Harambe was the gorilla in the Cincinnati Zoo who was shot when I believe it was I want to say like the 4-year-old kid like fell in and stuff like that, and pretty much the staff had to kill the gorilla, and as sad as that was, people kind of want the gorilla to live on forever as a Pokemon. They even threw up a mock-up. They even threw in a mock image. I should have it like sitting up here, like up on the side, or pretty much like up in the corner and stuff like that. So you should see that mock image. The crazy thing about this is that for as much as I love this though, you know, like people like loving this animal that they want to keep going, but like the thing is though is that people are kind of taking this shit to like a very insane level of saying like, listen, this animal died. Yes, I know it died doing like pretty much whatever, and they couldn't save it or pretty much whatever. But and of course they want Harambe to live on. But still, I look at the thing with Harambe, and you know, like it's sort of like picking and choosing. For me personally, I would love to see it because again, it's a cool ass design and really doesn't have to be based off this like ape. But still, I look at that versus like the whales in SeaWorld, or look at like some of the like that tragic polar bear that passed that was in that Spanish zoo and stuff like that. You know, the one that was living like in dirty water and pretty much he had gone blind in one eye. Like, I look at stuff like that and I'm like, well, why don't you try and get these animals like memorialized as Pokemon? Well, they just don't because of the reason. And yes, you can read the article for yourself. It'll be down in the description. But I still have one more news story to get onto, and this is one of the more insulting. Well, I won't say insulting, but more or less like one of the more crazy stories to kind of come out of the to come from the Konami camp. And starting this off, or at least finally getting into it, Konami is making a new Metal Gear game. It's called Metal Gear Survivor, or Metal Gear Survive. And pretty much what the game is, or at least for what the story is is that it's supposed to take place after Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and pretty much it's also supposed the prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. And apparently, when the ship got blown, like when the helicopter when it got blown up, or pretty much whatever, the main characters, or at least the people, or at least like the pilots who were upon that ship, or like upon like some of the helicopters, they get pulled into a wormhole and in this alternate dimension, they have to fight zombies to survive. Now, they have promised that this game is still going to be stealthy and that you can still sneak up behind enemies, choke them out, do stuff like that. And of course, like, you will be getting brand new weapons and stuff like that as the game goes on. However, I don't really think that Konami can really even do anything to kind of save the fans at this point, because again, like, no matter how well this game will be made, because again, it's using the Fox engine, and from what we've seen from Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, even going into Ground Zeroes, that engine is really amazing. Everything looks pretty crisp and beautiful, but the real question is will the fans, or will they do anything to even win over their fans anymore? Because again, they've lost Castlevania, they've lost pretty much like all their older stuff. I mean, like, they've lost Silent Hill, like Tobal, like all their original games like are gone because they don't fuck with them anymore. I mean, like, it's almost like, and pretty much a lot of people are even saying this, is that the only reason why that they're even taking this game seriously is because they know that their pachinko machines will only pull in so much money. I mean, again, like, pachinko can die out whenever, you know, and pretty much no matter how many pachinko machines that they make featuring Castlevania characters or Metal Gear characters or pretty much whatever, it's like people are not going to play those things for the like for the updated data graphics and characters. People play those because of the pachinko. That's what they like. Like, the people who literally want those games, they've pretty much like just burned their Konami flags already, and they don't want to fuck with them anymore. They don't want to touch them with a 10-foot pole. But still, the question remains: do you think that this is a good idea? Because to me personally, I'm like, well, I wish that Call of Duty would have done this. Would have just made all their Call of Duty game, all the Call of Duty zombie games into one long cohesive story, so that you can understand it and you don't gotta like just purchase all their fucking games and DLC so that you don't know where the shit is going. But that's pretty much what I gotta say about that. Tell me, what do you think about this down there in the comment section. Catch you on the next Jongravesshow show. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Hello, internet. Hopefully you loved that video, and pretty much you do feel the same way that I do about it, because if you agree with me or you're pretty much disagree, please leave me a comment. Follow me up on my other social media, you know, like Twitter and all the rest of the other stuff, which I'll kind of have to get back into. But also, if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and share this video with some of your friends. Till then, though, please click over right over here or over there, and you can go ahead and check out my latest video. So